again, another week has blasted by. Pew. But I'm happy because we've had a lot of activity, had a lot of things going on, but these are the shows I really enjoy. We're just TJ and I just kind of hang out and talk some RC racing. So welcome back, TJ.
Yeah, it's like that. We need that theme song. Let me tell you about my best friend.
Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, for sure, man. There's nothing better than just sitting here and talking some RC.
Yeah,
so
I'm all in.
Cool. So this is not going to be like a regular catch-up show. We're not going to say, hey, what have you been doing? I don't know. What have you been doing? We're not doing that. We're jumping right into big end of the pool and just start talking some RC. There's been, a lot of big races going on. And I know, with your work schedule and stuff, you haven't been able to hit a lot of them. But I know you stay up on everything. So PTs has been blowing up, man. They've had like some big turnouts.
PTs, man, anytime I go, it's always been a good time. They always have a solid turnout. They always have quality drivers out there. They run a good show. It's long, don't get me wrong, but what do you expect when you turn, 180 cars on a club night,
Right. Well, that's what's crazy. 180 cars on a club night. Like, some people spend big money trying to promote a race to get anywhere near 180, and yeah, that's a club night. That's like a normal night for them. Just amazing. Yeah. Just amazing.
And they've got a good culture. They've got, good track prep, good dirt, good food there. They usually bring in some food trucks sometimes when they have the bigger races. So, really, it's just when you've invested that amount of time, it shows. I think that's what the racers want. They want to see somebody, it takes a means. So you got to have a means to be able to do it. But it takes a mean for somebody to be able to invest that kind of time, that kind of money, because that thing just didn't. Rome wasn't built overnight, neither was PTs.
Right.
But they put a lot of time and a lot of effort into that track, and it shows. It shows because they have quality dirt, they have quality racing. I'm not saying rundown tracks don't bring good racing, but it's not a run of the mill. You look at a track like that. You look at look at trackside, when they go and do the duel, they're going to take that off-road track and turn it into an oval track, and it's going to be another, top-level track because that's what, they run there. That's what they're notarized for.
Yeah, the duels are crazy. Just crazy. What a great concept. I don't know exactly how many years Jamie and the gang have been running those, but what a brilliant idea. And, yeah, I got to pass through there last year. It's going to be kind of the same thing this year. I'm hoping to actually be able to be there when there's some racing going on so I can kind of see that end of it. But, man, 2 ovals in one building. Even the real Chili Bowl can't pull that off, right? They've got a racetrack inside a building, but they don't have 2 racetracks inside a building. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's going to be fun. A lot of good drivers coming in from all around the country. It's going to be the best of the best, man. The duels, they're tough to beat.
Yeah. I went to the duels last year and I had a great time. It was a blast. A lot of learning. You know what I mean? It was different. It was, we don't have high bite around where we are. We do. We have some gripped up tracks, but even when we went to like a high bite track, it wasn't really even high bite. It was just sealed. And you would run a set of phenoms and they'd be like worn to nothing basically, which was hard to do. But around us, it's just like medium bite, loose dirt sometimes. I know Brick House doesn't really get high bite anymore. It's more of like a medium bite. So it was different. It was different to sand tires and get to a slick.
Yeah, you bring up Brick House. That's another one I haven't gotten out to yet this year, but I always tease, even though it's like 4 hours away, it's kind of like my home track. Attitude is my true home track.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's only now, especially because I moved, so now where I live, I'm like less than an hour and a half from Attitude. So
that's awesome.
That wasn't planned strategy. It's just a value add that now I'm even closer to Attitude. So actually, recently had a lunch with Aaron and was asking a bunch of questions and thinking about what I'm going to build. I never will. I can't get myself to make any changes to the car that KK built for me. We call it Sista.
Yeah,
it's a sister car to his car. I can't get myself to make changes to it and try to run an attitude and try to run a brick house. That's my brick house car. That's my
Yeah.
Indiana car. And so you see her. She back there.
Yeah,
She's hanging
right
out
there.
back there. And yeah, display her proudly and keep her dusted.
Yeah.
Move things around, make sure she's ready to go. But yeah, I'm hoping to get the Brickyard here soon. I had a plan to be there. I don't know, it was maybe end of January, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was down. I was down with the flu pretty bad. My
Yeah,
wife
you're pretty
ran
sick.
back. Yeah, 2 of us for like a week. It was crazy. But yep, through all that baloney, and can't wait to start and go do some racing. So I'm hoping to get the PTs. I'll definitely be racing at Attitude. Gonna build something for Attitude. I'm not gonna give the beans out yet, but I'm looking for a car for Attitude. And then
I just built this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to race it, but brand new 24. So I think my game plan was to turn it into a Midwest mod. So
very nice, very nice. Yeah, I want to go 13.5 late model. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do.
Do it.
Most of the tracks that I like to go to, that that class that's a prevalent class. So
you're gonna need a 24 Assailant built by yours truly, huh?
I would be highly interested, and we can have that conversation.
You just let me know what you need, and we'll get you on the track, Dave.
That's awesome, buddy. That's awesome. Yeah. When we're off air, we will definitely have a little discussion about that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I usually fire off questions at you. You got any questions for me? Anything you want to know about?
Yeah. What do you have coming up soon? That is turning left with 4 corners, indoors, in a newer location, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have 4 tires, and they are foam with no rubber. What is that?
Well, it's actually a foam track, not foam tire. And it's funny because I guess out there is a Foam Nationals, and it is for foam tire. And actually last year I had a guy sign up. He's like, wait a minute, what did I sign up for? I'm like, Foam Oval Nationals? He's like, foam tire, like 10 scale, right? I'm like, no. We are primarily 1RC and Little C NASCAR running on a foam track. He's like, oh. But you know what was cool about the guy? And I wish I could remember his name. So what we do is we do a $20 pre-register, right? Mm-hmm. We give you all these kind of cool incentives to do it. And it's just so we can get a baseline of like,
so you know what's coming.
Know who's coming, kind of get table spaces. If there's a little prepay, they're coming, right? This guy goes, it's for the kids. Just keep it. Keep my donation. I'm like, are you sure? I can send you back your money.
Yeah.
Like, nah, it's for kids. Go ahead, keep it. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, what a nice guy.
Yeah. So perfect question. I'll put the brakes on and I'll just qualify the race. It is the Foam Oval Nationals being raced on a foam square puzzle piece track. It is the original surface from the RC Underground, plus it's extended because I only had so much room in my basement. So that track is gone. That house is gone. But the Foam Oval Nationals, where it started in the basement of my house, and then I had like 26 people in my basement. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of getting past fire code, so I don't think I can have this event here anymore. We moved it to the Moose Lodge number 437 in Racine, Wisconsin. I'll throw an address down. And last year we had 58 drivers. Forgot how many cars were there. There were a lot of cars. It was a lot of fun. This year we don't know. Some guys from Colorado were coming. Unfortunately, they can't. Murph came the last 2 years. He's got a big event at his track that's in March. I kind of threw him a curveball because usually I have this in April.
Right.
But I was losing too many full-size racers because the weather got nice and they're like, oh, our track is having an open practice. I really need to go. I need to shake my car down. Or my kid is racing. He really needs the track time. Totally understood it and respected it. That kind of hit us. So I thought, okay, I'm going to move it up in March. Nobody's going to be out at a big car track in March. Just not going to happen here in the Midwest, or at least in Wisconsin. Well, Then what happens? Colorado has a points series going that they came up with, and that's their championship day.
What are the odds?
So I know. So Sean and I, we've pledged we're going to work better on this for next year, because even though they're in Colorado and Wisconsin, there's a lot of guys that want to race both, and that's super cool that the Foam Oval Nationals is even anywhere near that caliber
Right.
of RC Chili Cup in Colorado, because they've been doing it. Sean does an amazing job. He and his wife and his team, and so that we're even in the same zip code, whatever you want to say, phone book of the Colorado Hobbytown racing is just really humbling. So I will kindly take a step back, let Sean pick his dates next year, but we're going to work together to work that out a little bit better. So I don't know how they'll impact it. It's not that we had a lot of Colorado guys last year, but we had some guys that did come, and they were kind of scoping it out and getting back to the other guys saying, yeah, you guys need to come next year. Nobody expected this. It was just a faux pas between Sean and I. So we'll get that straightened out. But you know what? This event it's not about packing the house. It's about really good racing, having a great time, and not being there till 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, we pride ourselves that we can get everything in, and we're probably going to wrap up maybe 6 o'clock, 6:30.
What time you plan on starting?
Doors open at 8, and then we practice till 11. What's kind of cool, what means as much to us as just banging out heat rate, qualifying races and mains, is we make a little bit of a show of it.
Yeah.
This year's going to be fun. I don't know if anybody has seen any of the TV show that was done by Mason Dixon, the Racing with Mason show on PowerTube TV. Mason is coming, and he's going to co-host with me.
Nice.
I've put together the Foam Oval Nationals Armada. I got guys doing all kinds of stuff. So last year, I literally could not get out of the chair for 13 hours while we were, running stuff. And so I said, I can't do that again. My bladder can't handle that. So I actually have hired somebody, putting him up in a hotel, paying him to be there, and he's going to handle all of the scoring. That's going to free me up, and now I get to do this. I just get to blah, 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 blah all day. I did that anyways, but I was trying to do that, trying to call races, trying to run the board, all that kind of stuff. Don is taking some of that off of my shoulders. He does it up at On Track up north in Wisconsin. He's going to come down and help me with that. I got Mason is going to be on the mic with me. We're going to give him a hot mic. I'm a little scared, but we're going to give him a wireless hot mic so that he can go around, talk to whoever he wants to. So
nice.
And then him and I will call races too. So that's going to be super cool. I think that's going to help us do a really good job of promoting all our great marketing partners that have come on. I got seven classes, and every single class sold. Every class
That's
has a
awesome.
marketing partner. And the coolest thing? All of them but one are other RC racetracks. How
that's
cool is
neat.
that they came forward and said, hey, we want to help you out. Attitude Raceway. We got Kenosha RC. We got Joey Demore, who races at Parkside. What other tracks do we got? See, I knew I was going to do this. I'm going to start naming names. I'm not going to remember them all. We got Culver's. Culver's has stepped forward through a racer.
Like the cheese curd Culver's?
You got it, baby. You got it. It's
Dairy from Wisconsin Culver's?
You know it.
The Butterburger Culver's?
Butterburger Culver's has come to the Foam Oval Nationals. They're super excited. They've never been involved in any kind of RC, at least here in Wisconsin. I'm sure maybe some other Culvers around the country have been involved. And they're super excited. They're like,
well, that's pretty neat.
It's going to be great. Yeah. So we're hoping, maybe we'll do more with them down the road. But yeah, to all our great sponsors that have stepped up, and every dime goes to the kids. We we have a budget to pay for trophies and do all that stuff. We don't take it from the sponsor money. We don't take it from the registration money. We have our own little budget that allows us to work with MX Trophies and work with Carpies and work with Banners on the Cheap and get everything we need for the show. So, and it's not a huge number. It's a decent sized number, but it's not terrible. And we cover that so that every dollar that comes into the house automatically goes out to the kids' charities.
Nice.
Yep. The bikers organization within the Moose, they're coming again. They're doing the food. We'll have a refreshment stand. No beer, no alcohol during race day.
Mm-mm.
But after the races are over, what people don't know don't hurt them, right? No.
Gonna have to find a cantina.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So there's a set of doors. And we kind of keep those doors monitored because we want Moose Club members to come over. We had a great crowd last year. They were rowdy. They were rowdy watching these races. They were cheering and jumping and laughing and having a great time. I think it's going to be way more than that this year. So those people were having a great time. They can go back and forth into the lodge and grab themselves a nice little beverage. They were very nice after the races last year to provide some beverages to us. So let's see how that goes again for this year. But we had so much fun last year. And like I said, it's not about if we've got, 20, 50, 80, or 120 racers. That doesn't matter. What just matters is that we have a great time and we raise a good amount of money for some great charities. And that's what's going down. That's what's going down the 27th, 28th. So here's what makes it a little bit different. Everybody gets confused. They're like, oh, do I have to come both days? Do I have to come Friday and Saturday? You don't have to. Could be to your benefit, though, because on Friday night, we're going to run one. It's free. That's the first thing. You come, you're racing free Friday night. It's open practice. It's setting up your pit. But then we're like, hey, let's do some racing. We're racers, right? So we run one round of qualifiers, and then we go into Alphabet Soup mains. If you win the A main on Friday night, the worst you're going to start in the mains on Saturday, the big show, the actual show on Saturday, the farthest you're going to start is shotgun on the B.
That's not bad at all.
So, you get 20, 30 guys in your class on Saturday, and you're like, whoa, okay, I don't know what I'm up against. Or maybe you have a bad day starting out on Saturday. You have a bad first round or you have a bad second round. You can be like, whew, all right, that didn't go well. But luckily, I won the A main on Friday night. I'm locked into the B. All I got to do is fight my way into the A. I don't have to go from the D to the C to the B and in. You're shotgun in the B. So you can see it. The A main's in sight. So, Friday night, do you have to come? No. Not at all. But boy, that's a nice little insurance policy to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So and it should be exciting. I think there's going to be some shocking winners on Friday night. We got some cool awards. We got cool awards on Friday night. So hopefully that'll be an incentive to come. What does it do for us? Just gets a decent amount of racers through tech, a decent amount of racers all registered and taken care of. People that want can get some shirts. And, buddy, we're going to talk about the shirts in just a second. But it sets you up, gets you a little bit more practice. And then Saturday's the big show, man. And we just, how we like to say it is, it's a local race with a big race feel. Mm-hmm. So don't feel like, I've heard people say, well, I don't think I'm ready for that. Trust me, if you know how to turn left and you enjoy racing an RC car, you're ready. You're ready. Come out to the Nationals. There's going to be a bunch of people, and we're gonna do this at the drivers' meeting. I'm going to say, how many guys have been here before? And I know a lot will raise their hand. And then I'm going to say, how many guys here it's your first time racing at the Nationals, and there'll be a good amount there. Then I'll say again, how many guys that have been here before or really know these cars are willing to help the people that are here for the first time? And I know they'll all raise their hand. And that's the thing. As much as the racing's important, I want racers to leave there and leave there better than how they showed up.
Yeah.
They're hooked up on foam. They're having a great time. They're being competitive, because I know the guys that will help them. That's exactly what they want too. These guys, they want the competition, right? Mm-hmm. They want to see other people be better than how they came. And so if we do that, everybody leaves a winner, you know? So yeah, so as you could tell, I'm super excited about it. And we usually write, you know, some nice sized checks to these different organizations, and that's always the funnest part at the end. And the members of the Moose Club could not be nicer and more accommodating. We have music going. We got like a jumbotron that we put the lifetime up on. It's just a good time. It's just I'm so looking forward to it, and everybody's like, "Wow, why don't you do this like more often there?" Yeah, sorry. This takes all year.
It's a lot of work. I mean, it's a year's worth of work to make that 2 days happen in the time span that it does.
So let me tell you the icing on the cake. What is the worst thing for a track owner as well as the racers to have to deal with all the time at a race? If there was one thing you could eliminate, what would that be?
As one thing I could eliminate as a racer?
That you would like to see eliminated is something you have to do that you wish you didn't have to do, but usually forced to do.
Oh, I'm marshalling.
Bingo! You don't have to marshal at the Foam Oval Nationals. You work on that race car, because we got paid corner marshals.
Cha-ching!
We got 4 of them, baby. We got 4 of them, and we got some alternates, and we got that covered. So none of this, oh, you got a corner marshal before your race. None of those, oh, I forgot, I got to go corner marshal. Oh, I got to find somebody to corner marshal for me because I got 3 races in a row. Oh, just enjoy the day. Go racing. Have a good time. That is a function you don't have to worry about. So we got that going.
I still love that Raw RC Speedway does that. They pay for 2 corner marshals for every single race. However they want to do it, they pay for it. But, I mean, they do a pretty good job, too. I mean, you could tell, like, these kids don't race. They're just high school kids. You know what I mean? But they come out and they try really, really hard to do the right things. Yep. You know, they all learn. You know, some of them learn, you know, by the hard way, you know. But, hey, don't flip over and you don't have to worry about that guy ever touching your car, right?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. We've really worked hard to design this track to minimize corner marshal needs, right?
Yeah.
If you need a corner marshal at the Foam Nationals, you kind of really screwed up. Like, you are somewhere that you do not belong. The corners are nice, and it's like a hockey arena. The way the corners are you know, shaped. We have no inside wall. We have some berm, but we have no inside wall. You can slide around in there in the infield. We have what we did for the infield is we do a big banner. It's like 25 feet long.
Holy cow.
All the sponsors on it. It's got the big logo because it is the Carpy's Foam Oval Nationals presented by the Whitz Series. And that logo, baby, that one's big in the middle. And then every sponsor, every track sponsor, covers, and all these tracks, they're all on there. Everybody's on there. Everybody's looking at your logo all day long. So super excited. Just got the notice yesterday that is printed and is in the mail. So any day now, the big old infield's going to show up, and every year we do a fresh Victory Lane banner. I'm super excited about that one. I think it really pops this year. So, yeah, it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. And for just $20, that's your pre-registration fee. It's going to go on between now and the week before the race. You get your table, you know, your table's held. We provide table, we provide electricity, and we provide a chair. All you got to do is bring your race gear. So you get all that. You're going to get a food voucher because there's going to be breakfast and lunch on Saturday. If
Food
you pre-registered,
included?
you get a chip. You go to the Moose Head Cafe, as we call it, and because there's a big moose head on the one wall overlooking the racetrack. So we said we got to call this Moosehead Raceway. So it's the Moosehead Cafe at the Moosehead Raceway.
There you go.
So right. So then, yeah, you're going to come in. You pre-registered. We look on the list. We're going to give you, you can go pick out your table space. We don't do reserves. It's just too much work.
Yeah.
Get there early. Get there often, and go find a good spot and make sure your buddy. You can hold spots for your buddies as long as that's fine. That's okay. But that's another reason to come on Friday night. Two other reasons to come Friday night is, one, get the spot that you want. Either you want to be close to the track or you want to be back in the corner. That's up to you. But the T-shirts. Let's talk about the T-shirts. Carpy gets involved in this event, and that's what we do. We do the T-shirts. They provide just a great, revenue that we share with the kids' organizations. I'm telling you, TJ,
That moose looks pretty. It's a moose.
You saw it, man. You saw it. That is all hand done. That is not AI, people.
That's a mean moose.
That is he's mean. He's a mean looking moose.
I mean,
he's ready to go. He's got smoke coming out of his nose. He's got like a gritty look on his face. I would not want to mess with that dude.
I'll take him on. I ain't scared of no moose.
I ain't scared of no moose. Who you gonna call? So what I want to do, and if any people are listening to this, I'm gonna post that picture of the we need to name the moose. Don't you think? Don't you think we need to name that moose?
Yeah, Bullwinkle.
No. We don't want any copyright.
That's the only.
I don't want to get sued, dude. I don't want to get sued.
Sue me. Lay it on me. Lay it on me. Sue me.
It's a moose, man. What are you going to sue me for?
It's a moose. What are you
no,
sue me for?
we got to name the moose, and that will go on forever. Once we know that.
I'll think of a name.
Yeah. But we want the listeners to get involved, and we'll figure out. You know me, I'm always giving away something. We'll figure out something for naming the moose. We'll have some RCU merch.
I feel like it's gonna be like a very basic like Leroy or Chuck or something. Like very like.
It's got to be creative.
It has. I mean, Chuck's not creative. I don't know. Maybe it is.
And here's what we're gonna do, because you and I have to be impartial. I know a lot of these racers. You might know some of these racers. The people at Carpy's are going to pick the winner.
That's fair.
Derek, Audra, and the crew. They're probably going.
They're Switzerland in the whole deal. They're neutral.
Yeah, right now, they're like, what? Did you realize we just moved into a new building? We don't have time to judge a moose contest.
Hey, they moved in quick, and it looks awesome.
Yeah,
especially because Audra did all the painting, and Derek just brought the drinks.
Hey. He showed up and showed out. That's all. That's all he's got to do. You bring the food, you bring the refreshments. People are happy with you.
I mean,
think about it.
Every time I saw the video, she was always painting.
She's not working.
So I'm going to.
He's videotaping.
I'm going to give her all the credit because she deserves it, and Derek didn't.
Audra always deserves all the credit. Who are we kidding?
She is the workhorse behind there.
She's amazing. She's amazing. What a great couple, though. They're so fun, and no, they are the example of a great.
Did you see their recent paintings of each other when they
I'm surprised she didn't divorce him right there.
I just like what he's like. My lips are thin. You have thin lips. Or he's like, I look like a cartoon character from Hey Arnold.
Right? I know they're super busy. They work 32 hours a day, but man, they need a consistent podcast, because the two of them together, I would watch that all day. Oh, this is so fun. They're so fun.
There's something about people from New York. I don't like. I'm gonna go back many years. Let's go back 17 years of my life real quick. So there's a poster right there of when I toured in a band full time. Okay,
right.
The guy who produced the album that's on that one is called John DeClario from like New Windsor or Newburgh area, New York. So like very south, I don't know, west, maybe New York. That guy's hilarious. And everybody we met in New York was funny. I don't know if it's just like a upstate or like a New York thing or whatever, but anybody I've met from New York had they're hilarious. And I don't know if it was just like they're so easygoing, there's like no stress, but yeah, I fully expect anybody I meet from New York to be funny.
And it's dry humor, but it's fast. They're all fast, right?
It's witty.
Like, yeah, that's the thing. They're sharp. They're on it. Whatever you bring up, bang, they got a funny answer for it.
Yeah.
And Derek and Audra are right there with everybody else.
I'm assuming the crew matches that energy. They have to.
Oh, they have to. They have to, or they would be in the corner in the fetal position, like I can't take it anymore.
You know what we need? You know what we need from them? Maybe we need like a quick time questionnaire for Carpy's employees only, and everybody has to answer, and then that gets shown. Because you know what? They deserve to be seen for what they're doing. Every single person in that fishbowl.
Well, I know, like, they never stop, and that's the problem. But boy, would I love to do that. Just like they could have one camera, have the whole crew for 10 minutes, and we just have a conversation with them. You're right; they need airtime.
They need it. So what if we have all the viewers, all the listeners comment down below of a question that you would want them to ask or want them to answer? You know, it could be, you know, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite beverage?
Oh, we got to make them way more uncomfortable than that.
Like what? When did you lose your virginity?
Well, I don't know. We got to go that far.
I mean, that's uncomfortable. Hey, that could be uncomfortable. We could have some, man, that's been pretty recent.
Yeah. Yeah. What if somebody says I haven't? That's when it gets awkward.
Hey, man.
Yeah. The uncomfortable question. The RCU uncomfortable question.
But you got to think like Evan doesn't race.
That's okay. It doesn't have to. I don't want it to be a race question.
No, that's what I mean. They can't be race questions.
Human interest. Yeah,
yes.
Human interest question. Not too evasive, but you know,
risky.
Yeah,
a little risky.
A little bit like, I wonder how they're going to answer this one. So, but I like what you said. Let's let the listeners throw out some ideas.
Because I've got questions, and I need answers.
There's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions. They're all fun questions, but there's some questions.
And they need answers. If I'm curious, they're curious.
Yes. And there no financial questions. Not how much you make or, you know.
Not enough.
Did
I answered it. Not enough.
Did give you a cash bonus at Christmas? None of that kind of stuff. Like
negative.
No, that's crossing HR lines. We're not going there. But no. Okay. So also for some RCU merch. So let's figure this out. You got to name the moose. You name
Chuck.
the moose, and you get picked. You're gonna win some RCU merch. You come up with the uncomfortable RCU question that we're gonna ask the Carpy's crew, and you win some merch. So those are the two challenges to the audience to assist us with. But see, it's cool because like our merch has Carpy's on it, right?
Yes.
So it's perfect. The Carpy's RCU uncomfortable question. So that'd be cool. Hey, going back really quick, you were talking about PTs, or no, you were talking about Raw.
Yep.
And how they had corner marshals.
Yes.
Not gonna lie, I was at Raw one time, and that's when I locked in. I said, I'm doing that at the Foam National. So I give them full credit. And anybody who's going to be at the Foam Nationals, you should leave a message on Raw Raceway's page to say, thank you very much for having Dave experience that so that he would then steal it and use it as his own track. So,
I mean, they run an efficient show because of it. There's no waiting. It is, you can maybe get a little extra minute or two on your Racer's Minute if you need it. But I mean, they run an efficient show because of it, and it's nice. It's nice. I don't mind marshaling. I really don't.
Yeah.
But it's
Most
really
people
nice
don't.
to go out there and say, hey, we're going to run 2 heats in a main on a Friday night that starts at 5 o'clock and you're done by 9:30.
Exactly. Yeah, it keeps the show moving, and that's what I want to do. My goal with that show, and then we'll be done with foam gnats, is I want somebody who's 4 hours away. When that maybe they come in, if they decide to come in on Friday night, and they stay at a hotel, and they come the next day, that's awesome. That's awesome. But not everybody can afford to do that. So, you can come on Saturday. You're less than 4 hours away. You can get there in plenty of time. Don't have to leave at 2 a.m. You could, leave whatever time you're comfortable. Get there, because we're not going to start racing until 11:30. So you can get there. The earlier you can get there, the better for you, just for practice. But I want it that when we're done, somebody can drive home. If they really want to, they can drive home.
Save that extra night on the bill.
Yeah. If you can stay, boy, it's always fun, because we try to get a group of people the next morning to go for breakfast or something, just a little, hey, have a safe trip, thanks for coming type of thing, last little conversations. But, if you're like, hey, I need to get home, I got something going tomorrow, I still want you to come. I still want you to come to the show. And I think kind of like I drive 4 hours all the time, and that's I've driven home after Brick House, and Brick House ain't getting done till midnight and 10 o'clock or whatever, and then driving home. But you're so fired up and had so much fun at the track that 4 hours home seems like 2 hours, because it's just
it's always longer there. It's never long back.
Yeah,
it's like the anticipation of race day kills you.
Yeah, right. So that's why I kind of picked that 4 hour. I'm like, hey, if an old dude like me can drive home 4 hours, anybody can do it. So that's kind of the parameter. So we work really hard to try to get that thing done by 6 o'clock, 6:30. Try to get people home before midnight. That's our goal. And so, but we don't want to see anybody overly tired. So please, if you are, just grab a hotel, grab somewhere. We're gonna
Avid Hotels.
Well, that's where I'm going. I didn't even know I was going there, but yeah, that's where I'm going. So Avid Hotels has stepped up again, and they are giving a free night stay the weekend of the race. Actually, it's good until end of December 2026, but it's recommended that you stay there race weekend. So that changes everything. That's part of your $20 pre-registration.
And I stayed in Avid last year when I went to the trackside duels, and it was nice. Breakfast was good. Yeah. Very clean rooms. Hospitality was great. I mean, they welcome you every time you walk in the door. Very, very nice, clean hotels.
Yeah. That's and it's brand new. Like when you stayed there, it was only open like 4 months, 4 or 5 months.
Oh yeah, I mean it was nice.
Yeah. And last year, and I'll be honest, this is how cool these people are. So when I went there the first year, they were just opening, like they were still painting when I went to talk to them. It was a 15-minute conversation. They're like, oh yeah, here, hold on a minute. They go in the back, they get a voucher, they bring it out, say, oh, this is really cool. I want to thank the racers from last year, because a lot of racers did stay there, probably even more than I know stayed there, because when I went there this year, they were like, oh, the National something. I said, Foam Oval National. They're like, yeah. A bunch of people stayed here last year. Oh, absolutely, we'll do that. We're so humbled that you came to us again. Like, they were happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I came. It was like they were like saying, oh, thank you, because it went much better last year than we even knew it would. So thanks, racers, for backing a company that backs our hobby. So yeah, thank you so much to the Avid folks. I'm not kidding you. I was literally in and out of there in like 6 minutes. It was crazy. So they're super excited to be a part of the show. Everybody that's part of it. Culver's, on top of their support, they're doing some really cool gift baskets. So here's my last part. For $20, you get your table reserved. You get a a food voucher. You can buy breakfast. You can buy lunch. Here's a cool thing. If somebody helps you out with your race car, say, here, go have a meal on me. That'd be kind of a cool thing to do with it.
Yeah.
You can do what you want with it on Saturday. You are automatically into the big wheel drawing to see who's going to win the free night stay at the Avid Hotel. And you're going to get 5 raffle tickets for the Culver's baskets. And they're like some cool stuff in there they're going to have. They're not little cheap baskets.
I mean, if they throw a burger in there, I'm cool with that too.
I'm sure there's going to be some food stuff in there. I'm just saying. Can't go on definite on record, but that's what I would assume. There's going to be something in there. Where do you, and that's your first, a class admission too. It's not like $20 just to reserve your table, and then you got to come the next day and buy all your classes. That $20 covers all that, covers your first class, and that's just $10 every additional class. I mean, come on, man. Where are you going to race for that and get that much value out of $20?
You ain't.
Right. And like I said, I had a guy that signed up for it last year, didn't even mean to come to the race. So, it's cool. It's cool. I'm really proud of what we put together over these years. Every year it just gets a little bit better. And, we'll see what the turnout is. Pre-registration has been good. It's only been open a couple of days, and we're actually about 20%, have about 20% more pre-registered than we did this time last year.
Oh, that's really good.
Super excited about that. T-shirt sales are going well, so I would kind of recommend to pre-register for that. Those are $30. Again, all the money goes to the kids. And we sold out last year. We were sold out before second round of qualifiers on Saturday. So, and I'll be honest, Carpy's did a great job on those shirts too. But this year, because it's like a black shirt and the logo just pops off the page, these are going to go fast. They're going to go faster. I think last year everybody bought them because they're like, this is cool. It's a nice donation. This year I think people were like, I want that. I'm going to wear that a lot because that moose he's smoking. He's a smoking hot moose because he's got like flames or something coming out of his nose. His hair's all fired up. He's angry.
He's mad. He's big boy mad.
He is big boy mad.
He's big mad. Okay? Mad.
I already got a name that has come into my head, and I'm not going to share it.
Rude.
Just because we're talking about this, something just popped in my head. That's the marketing branding guy.
Well,
right?
I told you mine. Chuck.
All right.
It's not gonna work, but it's not gonna work because you already shot it down. I'm in my feelings.
We cannot
about it.
participate.
Somebody take the name Chuck for the love of God.
For the love of Chuck, do it.
Yeah.
All right. Enough foam and nationals because I get too hyped up. I could spend this whole hour talking about foam now. We're already 44 minutes in, folks. So, all right. So we've been talking a lot of Dirt Oval. One of the things that's been crazy, just to pub another show, in my opinion, with Mr. Rogers, Tony Rogers, every week he tracks all the I don't know, I think he's got like 16 tracks now that he's following, and some amazing stats of how many cars were at each of these races, as well as how many racers at all of these races. And the numbers are staggering. I mean, this hobby is like doing way better than I would have even anticipated.
Oh, yeah. It's good. I mean, you look at the Midwest, just the Midwest in general. If you look at, we'll go Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio. Ohio's got a really good scene, too. We really haven't branched out that far yet, but
that's awesome. Hey, as we talk about different tracks, it's out there. It's already being publicized. Booked RCU Radio Roadshow.
Yep.
We're going to the crater, baby.
Yep.
We are going to the crater. Hopefully you can be out there that time. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I can't wait.
That is a
to get
fun
out
track. That is a battery killer.
there.
It
All
is.
right.
You got to be on point with your gearing, with your motors. Seen a lot, people blowing up their batteries because they're just. I mean, it's just the track is so big, and it's just like in this hole. And so when you look at it, you're like, I feel like my car is not going very fast, But I mean, it's cooking, but it's just so big. I mean, you're just full on pin the whole time. A little burp in the corner and ripping.
Nice. Yeah, I'm hoping to race something out there. I don't know if I'll bring Sista. Maybe I don't know if that's the track for her, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. That's coming up in July. We'll have more information on it. I'll throw up a poster here while we're talking. Yeah, they reached out. They got a great program they're putting together, and I'm like, yeah, I'm coming. I've needed a reason to come there, and I'm coming. We'll obviously be out at Attitude.
Yep.
We'll bring the show out there. We always do that for their charity races, so looking forward to doing that. And we'll be announcing some more. I would love to do a show at PTs. I just would love to do that. So at the C, definitely be out at Kempton. Mm-hmm. That's a great track in Illinois that Tony Rogers runs. That's home base for, in my opinion. So I don't know. You might be able to peek your eye inside the studio and see where he actually shoots that stuff. He's working on a brand new studio, and it's gonna. Yeah. We have kind of like a studio challenge going, And I had to shoot my shot. I had to get mine done. So his is a little more outside, so the weather's still holding him back. But I know Tony. He's creative. It's gonna be cool. Yeah. It's fun. It was fun building this out. I am far from done. I got a wall I got to put in. I got a door I got to put in.
Yeah.
I got some more sound baffling to do because I want to be able to actually kind of the same thing. I want to be able to switch it around. I got the camera on a tripod and I want to be able to flip it that way. And sometimes I'm sitting over there. Sometimes I'm sitting over here.
Well, that's what I'm working on too. I think I'm going to work to get like a stream deck. So maybe we'll run a couple different cameras, maybe one overhead and,
Yeah. Do some how-to stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a lot coming up on the channel. We launched pretty aggressively with multiple shows. We gave people a shot, and bless them, but they found it just wasn't for them, and so that's okay. That's all right. We talk all the time, but there's people out there that say, I'd like to do that." You don't have to do hours and hours and hours like Tony. You don't have to do 3 days like Tony does. Love the guy. Love everything they talk about. But, and you don't have to do an hour. 30 minutes. 30 minutes of your time once a week, and that's all you got to do. You just got to – we hit the big red button, and you get to chat with whoever about whatever. You give us 30 minutes of that, and we got a show, man. You got a show, and people get to know you, and you can book your own – partners and sponsors for your show, and you keep all of that. Whatever deals you do. That's yours. I don't want the tax hassle. So you can figure that out and keep it. So it's a revenue opportunity. Everybody needs a side hustle, and why not talk about RC for a side hustle? How cool is that? So if you're out there and you're on the edge and you're like, man, I'd love to do that, but I don't want the equipment and I don't want you don't need any of that. All you need is a phone, a good phone, and maybe some earphones and, or pods. So, if you're thinking about it and you're on the fence, reach out. Super simple. We have you cut some shows ahead of time. Make sure it's really right for you, right for us. The content's interesting. Yeah. And then we'll launch it. And guess what? Once you've done that, you got like more than a month of content already out there. So you're already a month ahead. It takes all this pressure off of having to record something every week like we deal with, right? So, you can have a bunch of shows logged up. So that's cool. So, we'd love to have you come join the RCU family. Our goal is to have something RC every night of the week. 24/7, you can come to the channel and there's something to watch. And again, and I say this every time, there's no trick to it. We just want to get content out there. We just want people to have a source to go, a reference for all kinds of RC. We do not get involved in the whole YouTube analytics, making money. No. Again, it's a tax hassle. It's not worth it. I'm not looking. At one point, yes, I really wanted the silver plaque. You know what? Those are false idols. I don't need that. I don't need no stupid plaque from YouTube. Half those people, it's because they bought bots anyway, so it doesn't really have much value to it. Sorry, YouTubers. That's just my feeling. That's my opinion. We just do it for the fun of the content. No money is made. We're not looking for you to do shows so that we make money off your show. No. One of the things that kind of motivated it is Facebook changed their rules. Like after 30 days, your video content disappears.
Yeah.
So, if somebody's out there right now doing an RC related show, much like Tony was doing, he was doing that. And I reached out to him and I said, hey, I'm a fan. Did you know that all, those 2-hour shows that you're doing, they're going to disappear after 30 days? He's like, I didn't. I said, that's too good of content. That's too good of conversations to just have that disappear forever. So if you can get that to me, then I can put it up on my channel. And then that way it's archived forever and people can go back and watch that. I go back and watch some of our old shows and like, oh man, that's so funny. But especially now, because I go back and look at the different studio ideas and how horrible some were. I had like a blue curtain behind me one time. That was the worst one. Anyways, if you're doing a show right now and you're putting all that time and effort into it on Facebook, because that's a simple way to broadcast, just be aware of that. Like, it's not going to stay there forever. If we do it together and we create a studio for you, then that's archived forever. And your family and your grandkids and your grandkids can go and say, hey, yeah, there's Uncle Fester. That's what Uncle Fester used to talk about RC cars on on YouTube. So anyways, yeah, we got a lot cooking. This is kind of like prior to like a wedding day, right? Which kind of, what's going on with that. Like you feel like there's no time, but then all of a sudden there's this, every time just stops and there's like, I want to do this, but we can't because it's not close enough yet. No, we should take care of this. Well, we can't because we're not close enough yet. Yet you have this big long list of things you want to get done. That's kind of the season we're in right now, right, TJ? Like we can't quite get outside and go racing. There's still some good indoor racing to get done, but it's just kind of that middle ground, and you just know doors are gonna fly open, and man, it's gonna get exciting and get busy here.
Yeah, it's the same. I mean, you said it, planning a wedding. I forgot I'm supposed to get a ring too.
Whoops.
Yeah, that got brought up last week or the week before, and I said, I have no clue. What kind of ring do you want? Nothing. All right, I guess I got to have one, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of tradition. I mean, you don't have to, I guess.
I'm definitely going to get one. I'm definitely proud of that, but I think I forgot myself, like for me. So, yeah, again, there's just a lot going on. A lot of good racing, a lot of good tracks. There's new tracks opening. That's awesome. So, I mean, it's a fun time to be a part of the hobby and just to enjoy it for all the right reasons, And
let's talk about that for a minute. You hit on a really good point. There's going to be some more tracks coming. Like, we don't have enough already in Indiana and Illinois and
no, we don't.
Here and there and everywhere. What do you know about some of those new tracks that are coming?
Sam Johnson's opening a track. I want to call it's like I-39 maybe, possibly, in Liston, Indiana. I think that's where it's going to be. It's supposed to be outdoor loose dirt, so I'm excited to see what that looks like. If anybody knows Sam, he doesn't go half in. He's all in on everything that he does. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. 5-Star, they opened up an indoor track. So that'll be nice. If something gets rained out when they're running a show outdoors, they can move it indoors. Cool. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything else opening. But it's just,
2 tracks is enough, man.
Yeah, I mean, 2 tracks in Indiana in a year is amazing, especially, when you think of, I would like to say I'm pretty centralized. I probably have 12 tracks I can drive to within a 3-hour radius of me, and I'm not afraid to travel, like,
Right.
but if I can drive, the closest one to me is 22 minutes, which I love, so, but I mean, there's just a ton of options, and the car counts have been good for a lot of these tracks. Some not so much, but, again, I think it's just, it's a learning curve.
For sure, for sure. Let's end the show on a subject that we touched on a little bit. We talked about the owners, but one of our favorite subjects is talking about Carpies. Super fun atmosphere for those people that work there. They're really blessed to get to work with Audra and Derek and the whole gang. And man, what a story, right? Coming from his grandfather's trailer, the back of his double wide trailer, saying, "Hey, I really want to do this. I want to print stuff."
Where he from borrowed ink.
Yeah, yeah. And to where they grew the business, and I was so proud of them just doing that. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're like, "Oh, we're moving. We're moving into a bigger shop."
We'll say it's out of nowhere, but really, this has probably been a 2-year process because the first building they were going to go to fell through.
Okay.
So that, I believe, I might have been probably 2 years ago, I would say. I think Derek and I were talking about it and like the expansion of what they were wanting to do. He's like, we're on top of each other. Like, there's no room for anything, but like we're making it work.
Sure.
And I know that I think I was in Tennessee and I did the Cracking Up podcast with him, and we were talking about it then. That was probably about 2 years ago, 2 summers ago.
Yeah.
And he had said that their plan kind of fell through. So it was nice for them to say, I reached out to him, probably about a month ago. We talked about the engagement and things, and said that they were pretty much going to be in their new building probably in the next month. And so he said the move will be quick. It'll be done all in like one weekend.
And they did.
They did it
in 1 weekend.
Hammered that thing out.
Yeah. And just the first pictures and stuff that they're kind of posting looks great. What a great atmosphere for all those workers that stuck it out through, like you said, they were kind of on top of each other. They'd get a big order, but everybody just worked it out. But now a fully functioning, efficient, everything strategically figured out. It looks like there's separate rooms for different things. Just so happy for them and so proud of them. And we just have to thank them because once again, they came on for another year as title sponsor of the show, and that's what keeps us going. Allows us to do some of the cool giveaways and things that we do. They're always Carpies related. Why? Because they just got the best stuff, man. I mean, face it.
Not business cards for days.
Yeah, Pit My Pit. Sure, it's a fun thing. It's exciting for somebody to win. But if the top-notch quality wasn't there, people would be like, "Oh, yeah, I'm just going to throw that in the back of the closet." No. They're super proud to say, "Look at my pit area. I got this big-ass
pit
mat. But the quality of it, mine's right here, man. Mine's right there. And
You know what's funny about that? That whole pit mat thing happened from just a random, like,
yeah,
let's call Derek. Let's talk about it, And I was like, "Hey, man, pit mats," and it got brought up. He's like, "Well, we used to do the Trinity ones, and they sucked because like you got like the bubble pit mats or whatever." He was like, "Every 10 you print, you lose one because it blots wrong. It looks weird." I was like, "What about like heat press, like sub dye? Let's do that."
Yeah,
and he was like, "It's not gonna be cheap." I said, "I don't care. Let's do it. Let's just do it."
Yeah.
And
cheap doesn't matter. Cheap doesn't matter as long as it's done right.
Exactly.
The thing that's awesome with however they're doing, the magic that they're doing, when I got it, I thought, okay, this thing looks great. I'm only going to use it once in a while because I don't want it to fade, and I don't want it to get scratched, and I don't want to roll it up and it gets a crease. It does it. I've been taking it to racetracks and using it, and I use it here in the studio, and it looks the same today. I've had it since early spring last year, so almost a year already. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Almost a year already. Looks exactly the day I took it out of the box.
So I've got the very first one we ever printed, and I have one little wear mark on it where my drill sits, like on my Wild Thing logo. Like And I looked at it, and I was like, man, what is that from? And I look, and I was like, it's where my drill sits. Listen, how many races did I do last year? How many states did it travel? How many, 2-3 day weekends I've done on it? Like,
Sorry, dude. I'm chalking that up as user error.
I mean, we can, but I mean, it's used and abused, and it's still looking great.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, I pitted by it raw, and yeah, I would have thought you just got that thing that weekend,
Mm-hmm.
Colors are so bright. Like I my theme is orange, and I like a poppin' orange. Yeah, it's popping, baby. It's popping. So yeah, that's kind of our go-to, man, because everybody's been so excited about the possibility of winning that. That's kind of our jam now. We do the pit my pit. So you go from laying down a tablecloth to having a pit mat in the big one. We don't go small. We don't get the small one, even though the small one's cool and it works in some applications. But we go big or go home. So we go the big mat. We go the matching pit light. We throw you in some RCU merch. And, I mean, how cool is that the stuff in their pits, like, match your race car? John Henderson, he was our recent winner from we did it out at Brick House.
Yep.
And he won it. And, man, that whole setup came out pretty damn cool.
He pitted next to me when I went to Kaminsky. And so, yeah, stuff turned out awesome.
Yeah, he's got, it all matches the race car, and yeah, it's cool. So thank you, Carpies, obviously for sticking with us for year number 4. We've been together as partners for 4 years, folks. That's dedication, not just to us, but to the hobby, right? They know, Derek and Audra, they understand what we're doing. We're just trying to get the word out, and they help us make that happen. So thank you so much to Carpies.
Been with Carpy since 2017.
That's nuts.
Isn't it?
I mean, but yet, like 10 years. It's going to be 10 years.
Yeah.
Carpies.
It's crazy.
Wow. They're employing people, they're helping people pay their rent and their mortgages and put food on the table for their families. Man, you got to love that. You got to love seeing people that deserve it. But they work hard. They work hard to get what they've got, so they deserve everything, and they earned it.
It's nice to see the pond grow.
Yeah. In the RC hobby, man.
Yeah.
Think about that.
You know what's funny? If anybody ever gets a chance to talk to either one of them, and you ask Derek, if you thought 7 years ago your business model would be based around RC cars, he would tell you it's kind of a niche thing. Like, we do it because we like it, but we can't do it enough to make it a full-time something for somebody.
Make it profitable.
Guess what? It got so busy they had to hire a second graphic designer because this. Now, Derek will even tell you their main source of revenue for the most part, other than their commercial contracts, are the wraps.
Yeah. It's consistent.
COVID did that.
Yeah. No, you know who did that? The RC racers. So, and the go-karters. Go-karters buy a lot of
They do buy a lot of wraps.
So, kudos, applause to all the racers out there for supporting a company that really supports racing. That's how it's supposed to work, right? It's supposed to be reciprocal.
Yeah.
They invest in the hobby. The hobby invests in Carpies. It's a beautiful thing, man. Just a beautiful thing. So, congratulations to them. Thank you personally for your support of the upcoming Foam Oval Nationals. Again, shirts are knockout. They're gonna sell fast, and all that money goes to the kids. And go to Audra and Derek can go to sleep at night going, man, we did like a really cool thing. We did a really cool thing supporting that. So
I think they could say that like every day.
Yeah. Well, you know what the crazy thing is? They thanked me. They thanked me for, there's a beautiful email that they forwarded back. Like, they were thanking me for reaching out to them to stay on this crazy roller coaster ride with us, as well as to support the Foam Oval Nationals. That just shows the kind of quality people they are. So, again, we could go 2 hours, talking about Carpies for sure. So, and you'll hear a lot about Carpies on this show, and we'll never be sorry for it.
Nope.
So
I'm not.
Nope. And hopefully it's we'll never apologize for it. That's what I meant to say.
Nope. Not apologizing. You won't
Yep.
hear it from me. Nope.
Yep. All right, everybody. As normal, just thanks so much for hanging out with us. We were just kind of scatting tonight because it's just, there's so many. We're kind of in between seasons, as we said. And so it was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed us just kind of catching up on some stuff. We got some great guests coming up. So keep an eye on the Facebook page. We don't do a website. Too
Not
much
needed.
work. So we just do it all on Facebook. So watch for it there of some of the guests that we have coming up, some other shows. We got some, as we said, we got some RC road shows coming up. We'll be posting a whole schedule of the ones that we've got. We got like 3 or 4 ready to go. Yes, we will be doing things like Pimp Your Pit and that kind of fun stuff. So watch for that. Just thanks for checking it out every week. All that's been really good. The people watching has been really good, and thanks for watching. In my opinion, and like we said, get a hold of us if you got an idea for a show. So TJ, thank you, my friend.
Oh, yeah. It's been a blast. Thanks for everybody for watching. Thank you guys for always talking trackside and what you guys want to hear. Come out, talk to us, talk about old shows. I love being able to do that. Takes me away from racing for a minute, and it's good for me. So I do love talking to those guys about that stuff trackside too. So I do appreciate that.
That's awesome. Yep, we look forward to getting back out with the people, talking some racing, and talking about things that you'd like to hear on the show. So on behalf of TJ, myself, Carpies, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Carpy's print embroidery and wraps, where speed meets style. From RC race wraps to go-kart and full-bodied race car wraps, Carpy's is the leader in custom designs that turn heads and crush the competition. Want your gear to match your passion? We've got you covered with custom merch that shows off your racing spirit, no matter where you go. At Carpy's, we're more than just wraps. We're your race day secret weapon. Fast, bold, unforgettable. Carpy's print embroidery and wraps dominate the track, own the look.
Thank you for listening to another great podcast on the RCU radio channel. Please like, subscribe, and tell your friends to join the channel for more RC content. RCU Radio. We cover it all.